Georgetown County. As you know, we have named the 3 finalists for the superintendent of the school district. We are creating Zoom videos to give you an opportunity to get to know the candidates a little better. I would like to introduce Dr. Valarie Williams. She currently serves as Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction for the Scotland County, North Carolina Public Schools. Hello, Dr. Williams.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. If you could please tell us about yourself and your career.
Yes, all right. As you stated, my name is Valarie Williams, and I'm currently serving as the Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction for Scotland County School System. In my position, I oversee what I sum up as all things teaching and learning. I have several different departments that I oversee, such as pre-K and elementary and secondary instruction, CTE and our Exceptional Children's Department, as well as literacy, instructional programs, and federal programs. In Scotland County, I've had the opportunity to work with an awesome and dedicated team of educators, people that put students learning and teaching first. And I feel like that's the reason why I've had the success that I've had over the past 6 years. I'm very appreciative of the experiences that I've been able to have in Scotland County. And as you know, when you work with a smaller district, sometimes there are budget constraints and cuts, which that has really been a blessing for me because it's given me the opportunity to not only serve as the assistant superintendent, but due to vacancies sometimes, I've had the opportunity to serve as the secondary director, the elementary director, and I even briefly had the opportunity to write a couple of grants and even cover the instructional technology department. Before arriving to Scotland County, I served as what we call a strategically staffed principal at a middle and high school in Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools. And if you're wondering, strategically staffing is when there's a school that is deemed as low performing. They place me in those schools for 2 to 3 years. And during that time, we increased the performance of our students to either meeting growth or exceeding growth. I've also had the opportunity to serve as principal, assistant principal, and I even taught middle school 7th and 8th grade. A little bit about me personally. I've been very blessed, and I married my best friend since the 1st grade. Yes, we've been friends for a very, very long time, and we got married, and we have 2 boys together, ages 18 and 19. And I also have a stepdaughter who I adore that is kind of going through some times of her own now because she works for the CDC, and with COVID-19, you can only imagine the things that she's facing. I have 1 sister and 3 brothers, come from a very, very close-knit family, and I'm number 4 out of my 5 siblings.
There you go. If you could tell us, why are you interested in Georgetown?
Yes, when I reviewed the job description for Georgetown and the qualities that were important to your community and to your district, I always try to look at what skill set that I have that can align with what you were looking for in your job description. And even looking at your data, if you lay the data beside each other of Scotland County and Georgetown, it is very similar. So even though all of the things that work in Scotland County, I know you can't bring those to Georgetown and wave a magic wand and we say that we're going to have success with all of those things. But I do believe that I have a skill set that could accent a lot of the qualities that your superintendent has put forth so far. I believe that all students should receive a high quality education that's going to prepare them to be productive citizens, whether they choose to enroll in higher education or immediately become employed or even enlist in an armed force. And I think my beliefs directly align with Georgetown's mission, which I'm just going to kind of paraphrase a little bit, is to prepare all students to be citizens in this diverse society.
In the current educational environment, what do you see as the characteristics of an effective leader?
Yes, I believe that an effective leader has to have a lot of good qualities and characteristics. First of all, and I think one of the most important um, characteristics is to be a person that leads by example. Effective leader must be able to jump in to the trenches and whatever work need to be done, jump in and be right there ready to help out. They also need to be a good listener. Um, I always say that it's a reason why we have two ears and one mouth, because we need to listen twice as much as we talk. With this current environment and these issues that we're facing today with COVID-19, an effective leader has to be an out-of-the-box thinker, using that team approach. An effective leader cannot feel as though they know everything and they can solve all the problems by themselves. And finally, I feel that an effective leader must be approachable and very, very transparent and being able to share all of the good things that are going on within a district, as well as all of those things that need to be addressed.
What is your vision for Georgetown County Schools?
All right. I think that that vision question kind of goes back to the previous question that you asked about being an effective leader. I truly believe that when you're stepping into a new position, you cannot go in that position with the mindset of making immediate changes and with a know-it-all attitude. You have to go in and learn the ins and outs of the district. So in reviewing the current vision that you have right now in Georgetown County, which is to prepare your students to be college and career ready, part of your vision is to provide a nurturing and engaging environment for your students, as well as valuing, and this is the part that I really like, when you say that you're going to value and to respect the others that you're working with. I would like to really grow upon that vision. I wouldn't say that I am coming in with a direct vision, but what I can tell you is what I envision for Georgetown can be summed up with the word one. And I said again, summed up with the word one. As we work together, I believe that we all have to be on one accord. And that includes our parents, our students, our district staff, and our community. And if we are on one accord, I feel that we can create a nurturing environment for our children that no one in which no one will be satisfied until all of our students in Georgetown experience success.
How would you implement, sorry, I gotta try that again. How would you involve the community and the staff in the decision-making process when implementing your vision?
Oh yes, that is very, very important to get the community and the staff involved in that decision-making process, because that is one of the most important pieces that you would need to have a successful vision. The community and the staff are the boots on the ground within our district. I know that you asked about the community and the staff, but I don't think we can leave the students out of that. Their voices sometimes don't get a chance to be heard, and we cannot take the student voice lightly. So in order to get all of our stakeholders involved, they must first be an integral part in creating that vision, which would then give them some ownership and some buy-in. This can only happen if our community and our staff and our students have a voice that they feel is being heard. And once they're heard, I think we also need to make sure they know their clearly defined roles, and then we can have a successful vision in Georgetown County.
What would you like to accomplish during your first year?
Ooh, that's a big loaded question there. I think successfully navigating through COVID-19, the coronavirus would be the first and foremost thing that I would like to accomplish. There are so many things that our students have lost out on this year due to the sudden closing of our schools, especially our seniors and our kindergarten graduations and our 8th grade graduations and assemblies. and even just that time that our students would have had to share in order to close out the school year. So I would like to make sure that we have a plan, a solid plan that's in place to address any interruptions to the learning environment that would come during this upcoming school year. Our students will not experience and should not have to experience the many losses, losses to instruction, losses to activities, and as well as losses of the memories that they could have made with their students for another year. And I would also like to build on relationships throughout the district, as well as set and meet goals that can result in our students' increased performance.
What experience do you have with creating and managing a district budget?
Yes, because I'm over so many departments within the curriculum and instruction, I've had the opportunity to oversee numerous budgets. And those are budgets of pretty large amounts because each department in curriculum instruction has its own budget. We have budgets from CTE to literacy, as well as we have well over $2 million grants. We are a Title I district, so I oversee the budgets in Title I, as well as our exceptional children's department. I have budgets that fall in alignment with our local, receiving local, state, and federal funds. Being part of the executive cabinet in Scotland County, I've had the opportunity to work alongside the other assistant superintendent, our finance officer, and our superintendent when creating the full budget for our district as well. So I'm very comfortable with creating budgets, overseeing budgets, and finding budget cuts that we need to make sure that we have enough funding to make it throughout our year.
And in closing, Dr. Williams, what do you especially want Georgetown to know about you?
I think that if I had something that I would want to end with, and for the community and the staff to know about me, I think that would be that I believe in working together and getting the work done. I'm a team player that is very approachable. I love spending time in the classroom and at extracurricular activities. I love really just being around the school setting. I think that's one of the pieces that I miss from not being a principal, is having that time to be around the students and the staff. And I think finally I would probably end with this, that I would be very committed to Georgetown County, especially to the children. And I firmly believe that if we keep our students in the forefront of all the decisions that we make, Georgetown County could be the best district in South Carolina. And there will be nothing that we can accomplish if we work together.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Williams.
Thank you. Thank you so much.